Hi, it's the self-help girl Cindy K, and welcome to my diary, which is called Journey Off Lithium. Because I was on lithium for, I estimate, about 24 years since I was 17, and I have bipolar 1, a very rare mental condition, and I also have anxiety, and I also have a bunch of other issues. Anyway, my goal has always been to have fun. I've never stopped having fun. I've never stopped taking French classes and other classes in order to better myself, because I lived during a time where there was no way to make money. There was no way to make a penny. And I had to work very hard to get to where I am today. So anyway, I'm going to start with the first entry, and it's called Texting Art. And first I wrote about how I put together a Disney outfit with a skull shirt and a red Disney Mickey Mouse skirt, which is very cute. And I just ordered something from Depop, paid for it myself. It is a very cool skull tank, and I sent the pic to my friend, and he said that I shouldn't wear it to work out, even though I wanted to wear it to work out because I love skull tanks, and I wanted to wear more skull tanks to work out because I only have one. But he told me that I should wait for that, and that I should use that for a better outfit, and that I shouldn't wreck it through all the workout sweat and everything like that. I've also been on a whole new exercise routine because I met with a new nurse practitioner in the area, and she told me to start working out more. So I've been working out more, and I have been pretty much keeping to that schedule. There are days where I don't sleep for some reason, and I wake up and I'm like, you know what, I'm just too tired to do it. Or I just don't feel well, I feel ill and I can't do it. But if I'm doing well, I have been working out more. And it's a good thing to work out. It's good for you. And, you know, I really enjoy it now. I really look forward to it. And if I miss a day, I'm upset. But anyway, I made on this day, this was Wednesday, August 13th, 2025, I made 75 minutes of video for YouTube, which you probably have watched some of it. And then I took a French class with my French teacher of many years, of 10 plus years. And that was great. And I always love having French classes with my teacher. It's an online class. I only take online classes, and I only teach online classes due to the stress of going to a public school and teaching, which is very hard for me to do with my illness. So I recommend any other teachers who are having problems with full-time work to teach online, because that's what I do. And that is what has been helping me and what has been successful for me, because then I can work as many hours as I want, and I can keep my mental health and still have a life that's very wonderful without being too busy. But anyway, that French class was wonderful, and it always is. I hired my French teacher, and I picked her out. And I picked her out very well. She is exceptional as a French teacher. She can speak French, you know, until the cows come home and beyond, and then describe the cows. That's what I told my friend. She is just wonderful, and all we do is speak in French for about an hour when I schedule classes with her. And then I sang "Sunny Came Home" because I love that song. And then I texted with my best friend for a long time. And then I texted my cousin, one of my cousins, one of my relatives, and I had a French conversation with him in text message. And it was really cool because it turns out that he can speak conversational French, and also he is very spiritual like me, and he had about 20 things in common with me, um, which was very interesting. And so I've been messaging him and trying to get a hold of him, and he has a French last name, which I found very interesting. So I was wondering if he spoke French. It turns out he does. Okay. And I joined his spiritual groups online and have been watching their videos and their posts and stuff like that. That was texting art. Did I talk about sharing the art? Did I even mention it? Oh, I didn't mention it in here. Okay, so in that text message conversation with my new relative slash friend, we shared each other's art because he's an artist. And we found out that art runs in our family because my grandfather was an artist, and we have some of his paintings, and we have a painting of his hanging above our couch. And I mentioned it to him. We were talking about art, and it turns out he's one of the relatives of the people in the picture, which I found was very interesting. So he's related to me somehow, and he's just so similar to me that I found it just so intriguing. And so I've been contacting him, and he's an artist, like I said, and he's an artist, and he puts French names. He assigns French titles to his art, which I found very interesting because as a French teacher, I produce art with my students, and I give them French names. Well, I label everything in French in our drawings, so I found very interesting. So I shared some of my art with him, and I basically do color in art, and I colored in a bunch of pictures, and I showed him the best ones of mine, and one was a dragon. It's really cool. The colors are amazing I did. And then other one I've done is a bunch of elephants. Did I show that one? I'm not sure. But I showed him the rose I did, and after I showed him the pictures, he was saying that he was really admiring it. He was saying that, oh, I guess art does run in our family. I said, oh, I guess, it does. And yeah, I guess that's it for and he shared one of his artworks with me and the French title, and I knew what it was because I'm a French teacher. So there's more interesting stuff, but I don't know if I want to talk about the whole thing. So anyway, that was that day. And what day is that? Texting art. Okay, texting art. Now where am I? Okay. Anyway, Cinderella Cherry, August 14, I watched Cinderella. And what was really interesting about that is my name is Cindy. Well, my full name is Cynthia. And so I was thinking, I wonder if Cinderella has any connotation relative to me, because when I was a little kid on the playground, people would make fun of me and they would scream, Cinderella, 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 Cinderella at me. And so I looked it up and I found that it is indeed, Cindy is a French name. And I found that really interesting. And then it said the translation of that name, which was, I believe, little cinders, little ashes, even though I can't find it right now. And so I sent that out to people because I thought that was really cool. And then I found a cup, a French cup with my name on it, and then a description of me in French. And I guess I'm some kind of French goddess according to this information. So I found that very cool. All right, and I talked to my friend that day. I've been talking a lot to my friends, and I took a pic of Bat's Maru, my Bat's Maru animal, which has the grumpy Care Bear outside, and to show my friend because they hadn't seen it. And then I had some cherry pie because my dad has been buying me cherry pie lately. I love cherry pie. Next is Heaven's Sandwich. Heaven's Sandwich. Well, this has to keep this to 20 minutes. I was trying to keep it to 20 minutes, but I don't know if I can. Okay, I had a chicken tender sub sandwich sent from heaven. It was the best sandwich ever. And I looked up the meaning of Cindy. Oh, there's the meaning of Cindy. Okay, I already said that. So this sandwich is from a deli in our area, and it is they make the best sandwiches ever. These sandwiches are to die for. So I took a picture of it and showed some people my sandwich, and I was just so grateful because it's such a good sandwich. That chicken tender sandwich is the best sandwich ever. Okay, and that was Heaven's Sandwich. Moving on, trying to be quick because I don't want to make this too long. Meditation, Tarot Cat Day. I meditated all day, and I watched tarot, and I finished a sub sandwich, and I watched a cat dressed like an Indian bride for therapeutic reasons for at least an hour. So I was obsessed with this Indian cat. And I don't know if you guys have seen her, but she has like tons of views. And I just find her adorable. And the mom is like, you need to be a decent cat. And she dresses her up in dresses. Anyway, so cute. Okay. Meditation, Tarot Cat Day. Next is Coyote Wears Prada. It was Laundry Day. I watched 3 movies. The Devil Wears Prada. That I watched with my mom. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. Love that movie. And then I watched Coyote Ugly because that came on right afterwards. Just came down automatically. And I was like, oh, that's one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. And then I watched The Proposal because I just went with the flow of the universe and figured I'd just keep watching the videos that they recommend. Why not, right? And then I had corned beef and veggies because I'm Irish and corned beef is my favorite meat. The next day, the 18th, French Dreams Come True. I taught an adult French class from 6 to 7 p.m. This has been my dream as I went 10 years without being able to teach French due to anxiety and all sorts of issues that I had and just overall bad luck with the school system. So I really appreciate the success of my French teaching business now. And then I took pictures of palm trees because there's palm trees all around here. The next day, dauntless photo shoot. My mom gave me a haircut. I got a cute I'm calling it a dauntless haircut. And from that movie, you know. And I love it. And I love the haircut. It's a great haircut she gave me. You can't see it because I'm wearing my wig because I'm obsessed with this wig right now. I can wear it in 2 different ways, you'll see. Anyway, I also did her hair for the first time, which I'm sure is going to come up, and I can skip that when I get to it, as I did her hair. I was her hairstylist for the first time. I've cut her hair before into back of her hair, but I never cut her full hair. But recently I took the risk and I said, I'm going to make you look fabulous, and I was her hairstylist and I cut her hair and it looked great and she absolutely loved it. And I said, I'm going to make you look fabulous. And then I made bow tie pasta with beef meatballs and garlic bread for the whole family. And then I made a new friend in the neighborhood. I make friends with the elderly. And there were wood stork birds, she said, that are all over our neighborhood. And I took a bunch of pics of these birds. Okay, and that is that. Moving on, puppy pizza. Puppy pizza, Wednesday the 20th. Wednesday, August 20th, I met the cutest black and white tiny puppy and got to hold him and take pictures with him, which I put up online, and I just love this dog. It was so small, so tiny, The owner said that she had just got it on Sunday, and it was only a few years later. So it was a total puppy, total puppers, and she let me hold the puppy, and I took pictures with him. And then I made a big giant cheese pizza, and I actually cooked it properly this time, so I was very happy, and it turned out very well, and it looked great. Moving on. August 22nd, Palm Tree Celebrity. I talked with Rosie O'Donnell online because I'm her top fan on Facebook, and she added me as a friend. And I was talking to her, and I was very nervous talking to her. And she said, you know, well, how do you know me? And I said, well, from A League of Their Own movie. But I said A League of Her Own because I didn't look up. It was A League of Their Own, I believe, is the movie. And she said, oh, you're a really good fan, blah, blah, blah. And thank you, and you're welcome here. And she was really nice to me. And then I did several tarot readings on myself with new tarot cards that I got from the flea market. I might have mentioned this, that I went to the flea market with my dad and got a new tarot deck it's about witches. And I also got another tarot deck and a more spiritual message tarot deck, and I believe that tarot is great for the world. I'm a huge fan of tarot, although you have to be careful because there are certain tarot readers that are not exactly the best they need to be, but overall I love tarot. And I took lots of pics of my neighborhood for Facebook with tons of palm trees, because there's palm trees all over my house, all over my neighborhood, and I played with stuffed animals or stuffies and dressed up Kitty in his French outfit. And then a dish fell on the floor and cracked into a zillion pieces, and I had to clean it all up, and it was a real pain. And that was Palm Tree Celebrity. Next, YouTube Glam, the 23rd. I had shrimp with crinkle cut fries I made in the air fryer. Then I glammed up and I made a short YouTube video. And then I did a very emotional tarot reading on myself where I got the 10 of Wands in the Chariot. And I took a picture of my desk because it looks so sweet. And I iPadded with my mom. They call it iPadding with mom, when you sit with your mom and iPad. All right, YouTube Glam. Okay, this is the last one. It's called Sweet and Sour French Class. And on this day, and this is what happens, people, when you keep working on your dreams and you keep going to school and you keep taking classes, is you end up in the dream life. And that's where I feel I am right now. So I made 3 YouTube videos. I had sweet and sour chicken nuggets. Oh, they're so good. I've been having them for a while now. And I taught a French class from 6 to 7 p.m., of which we just speak French the whole time, or we talk about grammar or stuff with the dictionary. Okay, and that's all my videos. Next is my fashion review. Really quickly, I'm going to end really quickly, so please keep watching. I paired this Hello Kitty shirt with this Disney skirt. So it looks cute together. And then I paired this skull shirt. I love this skull shirt. It's so great. Paired the skull shirt. And I am a big t-shirt. I am a 2X t-shirt. And I love it. And I think that plus size women are incredible. And that if you are plus size, you should love and approve of yourself. And I paired it with this gray, it's a sleeveless sweater. It's very cute. It's like a vest. I love this, although I haven't been able to wear it because, you know, it's too hot here, but it goes with that. It would look cute if I could wear it. Maybe sometime in the fall when it gets cooler. And I paired it with this skirt. This is a beautiful leopard skirt, orange pattern that goes great with the orange t-shirt. I'll show you again. This goes with Hello Kitty, goes with this skirt. Okay, so one sip, hold on. So that is my diary journey off Lithium. Thank you for watching. Please like and please subscribe. As always, I say we would love to have you. And also, please check out my books. The link, I am an Amazon author. I have an Amazon author page. My name is Cindy K. Satira. And my books are on Amazon, and you can download them or buy them as paperback, and I would love for you to read them. The link is in my profile here on YouTube, and so is the link for my French and English classes, because I am certified to teach French and English on the website that I teach on. So if you're interested in getting any French classes or English classes from me, please please do that. I would love to teach you. And the link, once again, is on my profile. So thank you so much for watching me, and I hope you have a great week. I believe it is Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Have a great week, and thank you for watching.